Tunagombana na house girls kila siku. Please tumia vitu vizuri. Please tumia vitu zimekuwa expensive. And if you're a house girl, if you're a nanny watching this video, just be kind to your employers. Some people just are outrightly trying to use you completely. Like, unaona tu wenyewe huyu ananitumia. It is not fair. Me, I always tell my nanny, run this kitchen as if you bought these things yourself. As if you're running your own house. Ukitumia hii mafuta, assume you're the one who bought it. Assume this is your own kitchen and you're cooking for your own kids. How will you use these things? You know, just be realistic, just be human. Because there are people who, they use your things to a point you find yourself in the wholesale every single month. Uko tu kwa wholesale. Yani wewe pesa yako, ukipata kila mwezi tu ni chakula ya nyumba unanunua, tu ni chakula ya nyumba unanunua. Hakuna kitu unafanyia pesa yako. Because the people you have around you, your support system is not supporting you to manage these things so that you can do other things with your life.
I just wanna be happy, happy tonight.
What's up everybody? Welcome and welcome back to Rita's World. My name is Rita and in this channel I share with you videos about motherhood, lifestyle, travel and food. If you're new to this channel, welcome and don't forget to subscribe. And if you're already part of Rita's World, keep it locked. So, what's happening in my world this week? Guys, I'm just about to organize my pantry and I felt like sharing with you how I do it. I know there are different ways on how people prefer to organize their week or organize their months or organize their homes and their pantries and their fridge. But this is my way. It doesn't have to be the best way, but it's just the way I do it. As you noticed, last week I did a lot of wholesale bulk shopping. And being a wholesale bulk shopper for a very long time, there are things that I've learned over time that if you do not plan yourself well, if you don't budget yourself well, these things will actually just be a waste of money. So in today's video, I want to share with you how I manage those items, like the shopping I did, and how I store it in the pantry, and the things that I do to ensure that hazitumiki vibaya, okay? I feel like starting from the most important thing, which is obviously the menu. I've always insisted that the menu is one thing that guides me in everything, almost everything I do in this house. You have to have a menu because based on that menu, then you'll know what you need to buy. You'll know what quantities you need to buy, and yeah. So and the period that whatever it is you're buying will last. If you've been struggling with ideas on what to cook for your kids, stick around because I'll be sharing a very simple menu that I use. Actually, not I use, but I'll be using for this month that will be beneficial to you and your family if you've been confused about what to cook or you're wondering how to create a menu for your family. So I got this board from House of Leather. I've shared this on my channel before. It comes with a stand. All you need to do is just to plug it into like that, and then you put it on the countertop of your kitchen. First of all, this is very beneficial to the nanny because you avoid this question of what are we cooking, or every day when you get home is when you're scrambling to figure out what you want to eat for that day. So this really comes in handy. This really comes in handy in terms of even planning your nanny or your home, in terms of food and shopping and usage of the things that you've already purchased. So guys, this is our basic menu, and it says on Mondays, get a pen and a paper if you think you really need this information, and you can tweak it to fit your family. And also, you know, different families come with different challenges. Some people are allergic to certain things. I'm lucky that in my family we don't have that. But this is a simple menu for this month. I keep it as simple as possible. If I need to do anything extraordinary, then I'll go out of my way once in a while to do that. But I wouldn't want to put an extraordinary menu in the house because you want to keep it basic, you want to keep it minimum, you want to keep it healthy and pocket friendly. And occasionally I take my kids out to go and enjoy a good time, to enjoy a good meal. It doesn't mean that we don't have a good meal at home, just that I try to keep it as simple as possible because things have become very expensive, first of all, and all you need is your kids to feed and be healthy and to eat good food, which is healthy food. So Mondays we have ugali, eggs and greens. And when I say ugali eggs, actually ugali eggs and greens, there's nothing alternative about it. It's just basic ugali mayai imekarangwa na greens and maybe some avocado. And on Tuesday we have rice, beans and salad. So when I say rice, beans and salad, we can decide to have maybe vegetable rice. As you can see, I've just written rice. So it is us to decide what kind of rice we want to have on Tuesday. So this Tuesday we can decide to have rice that has maybe beetroot in it. Next time we can have rice that has carrots in it. Next time we can have rice that has minji in it. And so on and so forth. So you keep changing because with kids they get bored with the same thing every other day. And this time you can decide to have vegetable rice, next time you can decide to have plain rice and so on, or pilau or something like that. So you just keep changing it. So this is just to guide us on what we need to eat and also to guide me on the amount of shopping I need to shop for that month. So like now we are having eggs ugali and greens on Monday, and we have that once a week. So I need to know how many trays of eggs I need in this house for a given month based on this menu. Okay, so kama ni mayai, I know how many pieces of eggs, how many eggs we have. If you're having 10 eggs in a meal, then I know a tray has 30 eggs. So that means I need like about 30 or 40 or 2 trays to be on the safe side, because also we make pancakes, we make mandazis, and we need to use these eggs, and we also have eggs over the weekend. So based on this, you're able to tell how many trays of eggs you will need on a given month, or how many packets of ugali that you need for unga for a given month. So there's also rice, beans and salad on Tuesdays. Like I've said, rice, you can decide to have vegetable rice, you can decide to have pilau, you can decide to have, you just tweak it to just change because kids get bored. On Wednesdays we have spaghetti, beef and cabbage. And when I say spaghetti, beef and cabbage, you can decide to have plain spaghetti this time. We can decide to have like pasta. You can decide to karanga it nicely next time. When I say beef, there's a wide variety of beef. We can have minced meat, we can have meatballs, we can have beef cubes, we can have... So when I'm going to shop, I can decide this month, the first week we're going to have minced meat. So I buy minced meat for that one day, pack it. The next weekend, maybe the next week I'll decide, this week we did beef cubes or minced meat last weekend. Did I? What's up? Okay. We can decide to have maybe, for example, beef cubes this weekend, and then this week, and then next week we have minced meat. Just give me a minute. It's confusing me. So as I'm going to shop, if we're having beef on that day, maybe 1 kg is what is enough for my family. So I'll shop 4 different types of meat in 1 kgs or in half kgs, depending on how big your family is. Okay, so with cabbage, we have steamed cabbage, we have salad, the coleslaw salad. So you can decide this time we have steamed cabbage, next time we have coleslaw salad, next time we have kachumbari, something like that. On Thursday we have ugali, fish and greens. We can decide to have ugali and tilapia, imechomwa na mafuta, the fried one. We can have it grilled next time. We can decide to have omena this week. We can decide to, you just play around. When it says fish, there's a variety of ways you can cook that fish in a way that it doesn't feel like it's monotonous, every single time. And then on Fridays we have chapati, dengu and cabbage. This is just basic, it's chapati, dengu and cabbage, but with the chapati now, you can decide to play around with the chapati. You can decide to make butternut chapati this time. You can decide to have, you can play with the chapati. You can have plain chapati. You can have brown chapati next time. So it's just a matter of playing around with your menu. On Saturday we have rice liver and veggies and the pork option. So all these you can decide to make the dry fry, you can decide to make wet fry, you can decide just the way you want. You just keep changing the recipe so that the food doesn't be this. It's not the same food every single Saturday. On Sunday we have potatoes, chicken and salad. So you can decide to have maybe fries and roasted chicken this weekend. Next weekend you can decide to have what is it called? Potato wedges and maybe grilled chicken. The other weekend you can decide to have mashed potatoes and stewed chicken stew, so and so on and so forth. And down here I have ideas of breakfast that you can. For breakfast, I'm not very specific on what the kids will have on a certain day, because you can make mandazis today and they eat them for 2 days. You can make donuts today and they eat them for 2-3 days. You can have what is it called? They can have cereal. They can have sandwiches. We try to keep it as simple as possible during the week, so that towards the end of the week when we have time, because the kids leave in a rush in the morning. So even if you make them a sorted breakfast, they will really not have time to eat it. So they can have like 2 pieces of mandazi and the hot chocolate or porridge, and they're out because they're running against time. And then they also pack their snack for the day to just keep them full as they go to school. But over the weekend, on Saturday and Sunday, we have a lot of time to actually have a nice breakfast. You can do eggs, sausages, bacon, whatever you want, sandwiches, toasted bread, so that they actually enjoy their meal because they have time to actually sit down and enjoy this food. So menu is very important. I've given you a rough idea of how our menu looks like. You can always play around with it. Even the potatoes, you can even make mukimo on the days when you have potatoes on your menu. You just buy some maize in the market, fresh maize, boil it, and it's called kawara or something, the greens for mashing. Come and make for them mukimo on that day. So now that that's been said and done, let's move to the pantry and how I divide these items. The whole idea of my pantry organization comes from this menu, basically. And as you can see, on this menu we have ugali twice a week. So as I'm packing my things into the kitchen and deciding what I'm leaving in the pantry, and our pantry in this house really is not a pantry. For us, it's like a store, because you know things are tough, and I'm a businesswoman. Sometimes there's money, sometimes there's no money. That is why I do bulk shop, because you know there are months when there's good money, there's months when you can go dry as a business person. So I prefer to shop in bulk for those rainy days. So my pantry is actually like a small mini supermarket where we store things for the rainy days. So I don't have to go to the supermarket every other day to shop, okay? So what I normally do is this. Like you've seen the unga that I bought, the bale that I bought for unga, I decide how many times do we have ugali in a week. We have ugali twice in a week. So I'm going to ask myself, how many packets of ugali do we use in a week? So like us, we use 1 packet. We use half for one meal and half for another meal. So that means I need to put at least 1 packet of unga for a week for the family for the month. So that is 4 packets. So as I'm packing my things into the store, I am taking away the 4 packets of unga and putting them in the kitchen on the shelves for the nanny to use for the month, so that they do not waste these things. If there's one thing that is a challenge when you're bulk shopping, is misuse, especially if you have someone who's not very careful on how they're using these items. If you put everything there at their disposal, they're going to use it and waste it. So I take 4 packets of unga, put them in the kitchen on the containers, and then the rest of the unga goes into the store. Ikiisha, you come to me and tell me I've run out of unga, and then I get you more unga. But ideally that is supposed to last us a whole month if everything is constant. If you don't have visitors, if you don't travel, if you don't have, more people in the house. You might be wondering, what if you have visitors and you've budgeted now umegawa hizi vitu in these portions which are supposed to last this month? For me, when I have visitors, for example, if you are cooking nyama for these visitors, I will go and buy that meat. It's not going to come out of what I've already budgeted for my family. So if I have visitors and I want to cook chicken, I will actually go and buy that chicken. I'm not going to go into my budget to feed visitors. That is a totally different budget. So whatever it is I have already budgeted for my kids, for the family, for the month, I do not use it for anything else. Even if I have visitors today and we need to have eggs in the morning, I will go and buy those eggs, because I don't want a situation where I use this and then mid-month tunangaliana. There's no money, there's no this. So by the time I'm inviting someone, I'm already aware that I'm going to spend money to host this person or these people, and therefore I have to go shop for what I'm going to use while they're in my house. But when everything is constant, this menu is supposed to do exactly that. So for example, rice. As you've seen, I bought a 25 kg bag of rice. We have rice twice in our week, and we normally have like 1 cup of rice. Inapikwa jioni. Whatever is left for dinner is what the nanny has for lunch. So in this house we do 2 meals a day, that is breakfast and dinner. So dinner is cooked in a way that there's surplus kidogo too for the nanny, because that is the only person in the house during the day, for her to have that for lunch. And then again the next day we bake breakfast and then dinner. Whatever is left for dinner is what she will have in the house the next day. So for rice, we use that 1 cup. So I'm going to count how many cups of rice I need for a month. So like now we do 2 cups a week. So I'll put 2 times 4, which is 8. And maybe sometimes I put around 10 just to be on the safe side. Maybe walitumia whatever, or maybe the nanny felt like she didn't want to eat the ugali that was left yesterday. She was like making rice the next day. So I put those 10 cups and put in a container and put it in the kitchen drawers, cabinets. And the rest of the 25 kg bags in yanabaki goes to the store. Okay? So that's how I do it. Same as chapati. How many times do you have chapati in a month? How much of the packet do we use? How many those packets of rice of chapati do we use in a month? So if you do chapati once a week and we use 1 fuko of chapati, I will give up 4 packets of chapati. If I have visitors coming, I will go and buy that packet of chapati, come cook for them, host them for that period, and then we go back to our routine. Okay? Same goes for everything, even beans, even minced meat, even fish. I buy in a way that I'm like, this week we're having omena. How much omena do we need? Maybe we need omena for 1 kg. I buy that, nakuja na chemshwa na pakiwa. If we are having tilapia, you've seen me going to Victory Fish Farms. I go and get that tilapia in a deep fryer, inawekwa. So when the nanny looks at this menu, this is just like a guideline of what she needs to do. So if she knows today is Monday, I need to cook maybe spaghetti, minced meat, and cabbage. She will go to the store, to the wardrobe cabinets, pick spaghetti. If you're using 1 spaghetti for a meal, pick 1 spaghetti. Go to the fridge, pick 1 container of already pre-cooked minced meat, and there's cabbage on the rack. She picks that cabbage and decides what she's going to use. So for cabbage, I usually use 2 cabbages in a month, because we do a quarter on a given meal. Okay, so your quarter, not two cabbages in a month. We use a quarter per meal, per portion. So hiyo quarter anaikatakata, analeta kakarot kidogo anaweka ndani, whatever it is she wants to mix for the salad, she does, and that's that. So if it's the day for eating, say for example potatoes, kuku, and kachumbari, she has already potatoes on the rack. She knows how much potatoes we need to cook. Maybe kama sufuria fulani inafaa kufika hapa hivyo. She picks, and then she goes into the fridge. There's already chicken which is pre-cooked. I think I'm going to do a video of how I pack I already did actually a video, but I'm going to do an updated one. I'm going to put a link right here of that particular video of my fridge organization, so that you're able to see how I pack this food. So if I pack chicken, I pack 4 containers of chicken. Na hizo containers ziko enough for 1 meal. Enye tutakula sapa, na maybe nani atabaki na 1 or 2 pieces zenye atakula the next day for lunch. Okay, so basically this is just how I manage. Kwa sababu mtu anaweza uliza, hii shopping yote, where are you taking? You only have 3 kids. Let me tell you, this shopping really does come in handy. If you're a business person, you know that there are months that yani unafanyia tu rent na employees, and there are months when you get money. So when you get this extra money, unaweka for rainy days. You shop these things, unaziweka. If there's something that can frustrate a mother, is the kids sleeping hungry. Okay? Or mnakaa kama hamna mpango ya chakula itatoka wapi leo. So Mungu akikubariki na pesa little extra, you can go buy these things, unaweka tu. So that kesho when you get the money from the business tomorrow, kama sasa mimi I did shopping for 3 months. So for the next 3 months, hii pesa ya biashara, I will put it somewhere else. Okay? Maybe there's something I've been wanting to buy in the house. Maybe I need a new beddings or new beddings. I can say hii pesa ya top up here this month, nitanunua beddings kwa hii nyumba. Hatuna beddings, so nitanunua beddings. Ama maybe if there's a project I have that I'm working on, hiyo pesa itaenda kwa hiyo project, so that you're able to balance different things at the same time. Okay, so that is just basically how I do it. Kindly share on the comment section below. Let me know, how do you budget? How do you plan your home in terms of shopping and food? Because this is one critical part in a house, chakula na shopping. Tunagombana na house girls kila siku. Please tumia vitu vizuri. Please tumia vitu zimekuwa expensive. And if you're a house girl, if you're a nanny watching this video, just be kind to your employers. Some people just are outrightly trying to use you completely. Like, unaona tu yenyewe huyu ananitumia. It is not fair. Me, I always tell my nanny, run this kitchen as if you bought these things yourself. As if you're running your own house. Ukitumia hii mafuta, Assume you're the one who bought it. Assume this is your own kitchen and you're cooking for your own kids. How will you use these things? Just be realistic, just be human. Because there are people who, they use your things to a point you find yourself in the wholesale every single month. Uko tu kwa wholesale. Yani wewe pesa yako ukipata kila mwezi tu ni chakula ya nyumba unanunua, tu ni chakula ya nyumba unanunua. Hakuna kitu unafanyia pesa yako, because the people you have around your support system is not supporting you to manage these things so that you can do other things with your life. Okay? So please, if you're a nanny and watching this video, we're not saying you're bad people, we're just saying just be human. Assume tu hiyo ni nyumba yako, hii mafuta wewe umenunua na pesa yako, and just use it as if you would use the same way you'd use it in your own house. Unafanyia mtu kazi inakuwa rahisi. So even if someone wants to add you salary, or even to make your hair once in a while, or even buy you something once in a while, they're able to afford. Unafanyia mtu kazi inakuwa rahisi, anapata extra kidogo, at least umemsaidia kasave. So in return, she can do something nice for you. She can have some loose money to even, anawabeba Sunday, anawapeleka out, mnakula chakula mzuri. Ama akipata nguo nzuri kwa barabara, atasema, this girl, she takes very good care of my kids, she manages my things properly, let me get her this. Or this week, her hair looks bad. Since I didn't go shopping this month, this 2,000, let me give it to her to go and make her hair, So let's just be realistic, let's just be human. And that is just basically how I plan my house, how I plan for my shopping and all that. I'm not saying that everybody misuses things. There's some just specific incidents that happen that are not even fair to speak about. So if this video was beneficial to you, kindly leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know. Come on, maybe there's another way that I could be doing it. Me, I'm always open to ideas. I'm always open to plugs which are to make life easy. If there's anything that can help me cut on cost, because in this life we are trying to progress in terms of maybe investment. We're trying to take care of our kids. We're trying to pay school fees and rents and all these things, So if there's a way I'm able to save even 1,000, I'm in it, as long as it makes sense to me. So if you have ideas, mwaga hapo chini. I know there are mothers here who are watching these videos. I know there are fathers here who are wondering, napatia mwanamke 20,000 kila mwezi, katikati ya mwezi asharudi, she wants another money. Sometimes it's just planning. So if you're a man and you're watching this video, you can actually go to the wholesale and shop for your wife. Mwambie, mama watoto, I have bulk shop for you this month. This shopping, I want it to last for this period. So panga hii nyumba, So yeah, supermarkets have become really expensive. I usually just go to the supermarket to buy things that I know I need that I might not find in the wholesale. So I hope this video was very beneficial to you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe, thumbs up, whatever you have to do, share. Support my channel. I have a number of people who come to my channel to watch my videos and they do not subscribe. You guys, subscribing is just free. Hata hakuna mali itaonyesha mtu umesubscribe. Just tap on that red button, give me some love, because also, in as much as I'm creating this content, it motivates me when I see growth, when I see people responding. It gives me motivation when I come to my videos and I realize, these many people watch and these comments are here, people appreciating my videos. Also, I get to learn what you people like to watch so that I concentrate on that, okay? So thank you so much for watching this video, and see you in our next video.